Hi everyone, Joe here, and today I have Ashley with me performing a dead bug. This is a great movement to learn core stability with proper spinal alignment. It's also going to teach her how to activate the core while disengaging the hip flexors as well as moving the arm properly. Ashley is a 2-year experienced lifter. She used to play volleyball. She never has had any major injuries, and she only suffers from some slight knee pain and some shoulder pain. Other than that, she's a very healthy individual, and this is going to be a great exercise to teach her how to properly engage that core to stay in a neutral spine alignment. So with this, you're going to want to have your client stay where they're completely flat to the floor. They're going to start where their hands are extended right over their face and pointing up to the sky. Their knees, hips, and ankles are all going to be at 90 degrees, and then we can get started with that movement. So Ashley, can you have your hands up to the sky? Put your knees up. Good. Bend down a little bit more. Perfect, right there. Now from this point in time, she's going to want to engage that core to squeeze so that way there's no space between her back and the floor. Another thing, she's going to want to make sure her shoulder blades are nice and pinched together and making sure that her head is nice and flat to the floor as well. She's going to be moving in opposite arm, opposite leg patterns. So Ashley, nice and slowly go down. Good, and come right back up. Good. And now the other. Good. A little bit slower. Good, good. Nice. Now, as someone's performing this movement, you might have to ask them if you can actually put your hands underneath their back to make sure that they're not arching. So Ashley, bend your knees a little bit more. Good. And do it again. Good. And she's nice and tight right there, no back arching at all. So that shows me that her rectus abdominis is actually engaging and that she can keep her spine nice and tight to the floor all the way. Good, you can relax now. So now with this, the reason why it's so crucial and imperative for a base exercise, even for an advanced lifter, is because you're keeping your entire spine from the top of your hips all the way to the top of your head against the floor the entire way. One thing to look out for is if a client is starting to round out their upper back, so if Ashley were to now lift her head up, that shows me that she's not keeping her rhomboids engaged and she's not keeping that proper alignment because now her upper back is starting to round out too much. As I already stated, I can put my hand underneath her back, and if there's any gap there, it shows me that her rectus abdominis is no longer engaged. So that's showing me that her hip flexors are now taking that load to bring her legs back up rather than squeezing at her lower core to engage those hips to be activated. So now this is a great exercise to start anybody off. In my opinion, it's even better than the plank at times because the plank, you don't have that external cue in order to keep that posture in nice alignment. For Ashley here, I wouldn't say she's fully ready to go on. The speed of the movement, she didn't really have full control of it 100% of the time. It was a little bit fast, almost to the point where she was crashing down. Other than that, her posture was great. Her joint alignment could have been a little bit better at the knees. Her arm joint alignment was very good. And her range of motion seemed to be very good. She wasn't going all the way down to the floor, which is perfect. She was going right above the floor and firing right back up. So her range of motion was good with the movement. It was mainly that speed and that muscular control that she wouldn't really be good to go on yet. From there, some other movements that she would be able to progress to once mastering the dead bug is an actual forearm plank, or even a Pallof press with a band or a Kaiser machine that's right behind me. Other than that, she did a very good job, and I hope this video was informational and helpful. Have a nice day.